Hello everybody, what is going on? My name is Frank Koster from frankkoster.net, and today I'm going to share with you how I read books in a way that I don't forget their content. I have a strong belief that when I just read a book, only read, I tend to completely forget its content. And if for example I read a book and you ask me 2 years down the line the content of that book and the things that I'm applying in my life right now of that specific book, I'm just completely unable to answer unless I do what I'm about to share with you. I have two ways of doing it. There are two things that I do. One I always do, and the second one sometimes only. The thing that I always do, I highlight as I read. I only read books that have some sort of knowledge in them. For me, I rarely read fiction. So yeah, when I read, I have a highlighter, and as you can see, this is a great book that I always have here on my desk, How to Win Friends and Influence People. And as you can see, I read this probably 2-3 years ago. I highlight everything. I don't know what just fell there. I highlight everything that I consider it is of great importance. Why? Because I have many instances in my life where I know its teachings can help me and can be applied, but I cannot remember directly. So therefore, I go straight to the book, grab it, look for the answer or the teaching that I can apply at that moment for the specific situation that I have, and I read it through. And the repetition of this very same action allows my mind to absorb those teachings in a way that stick. So now if you ask me several things of this book, I know how to answer you. Why? Because I'm applying those very same things in my own life. Another thing that I tend to do is I write those highlighted sections, those highlighted parts of that book. So what does it mean? After I finish reading a whole book and I've highlighted what I thought was of great importance, I grab a notebook and I write it down. I go through everything chapter by chapter and I write it down in a notebook, and then I have it there in my closet, and anytime that I want to refresh that book's content in my mind, I don't read the whole book again. I go to my notebook and read all the annotations that I made, and this helps me in two great ways. One is that the content that I just read when I just finished the book stays much more in my mind because I'm actually studying it when I write it down. And second, I have a place where I can just remember that content anytime that I want to in a very fast way. So try it out. Maybe this is something that might work for you, maybe it doesn't. It doesn't really matter, but try it out. If it does and it works for you, great. I'm happy I could be of service. See you next time.